Hello and welcome to another episode of SqEngineering. I'm Sprutis and we are continuing with the mounts for the new oil coolers that are going into the existing place, which means that it's being sandwiched between the AC condenser and the radiator. And I think I will actually make the holes for the top mounts of the radiator a bit oval in order to get some additional space, just so that it's not really a press sandwich, it's more loose. So let's get started. And we also have a bonus thing. A friend, Philip, who you've seen previously on the channel, he's receiving his new project, which can be quite interesting. Hopefully I can push him in that direction, so we will have a look at that during this evening as well. Happy?
Very happy.
So it's actually a few weeks later. I didn't have time to continue on the episode, and some things happened, so which I had to take care of. No water in the summer house, which is also shared with our neighbor, so had to take care of that, etc., etc. Because I also had to go to on a work trip. We traveled to the north of Sweden to see a Supra again. So here we go. So I've been gone for 2 weeks, and once back I wanted to get the E91 running, so it's up and running. New windshield inspection is cleared, so it's street legal, which means that I can bring back focus to the Supra. And let's just dive into it. We need to continue with the mounts for the new oil coolers, so let's take care of that. So I'm dressed for working on the Supra again, and just an extra thing, while I was on that work trip I was able to go and visit a friend in Arvidsjaur who is also a Supra guy, the same guy that I sold the intercooler pipes to a year ago, but he is not using his AC system, but there were still a lot of things on his Supra which has to do with the AC system. So this hose, or these hoses, have been replaced. They have replaced some lines previously, but normally there's supposed to be a high pressure connection here, which is convenient to have when you refill the system. So it connects there and also at the drying filter. So that pipe I was able to take from his car. And also this temperature sensor, this one is mine, but on his car I was able to see where it goes. And it goes basically behind here. So let's see if we can see something. So if we look in here, you see a black thing sticking out. That's the connector. And I actually thought that I had cut the wires for that connector because I couldn't figure out where this goes. The only problem now is that we have a bracket which is rusty, and I think if I start to sandblast this, it will disappear. So I will come up with a different solution for this. Yeah, but at least I know where it's supposed to be connected, so that's great. Now we can continue with the oil coolers. So here we have the two brackets that I used for the other oil cooler, and they went like this, so a tight fit on this one. The one that goes in between the coolers will then of course be on this side, so no problem really, and the spacing for the holes are the same. And I intend to use this piece of aluminum, and it's basically a perfect fit. I will keep the same width on this part, but on the top part I will sort of adapt it more towards this one, so it's not sticking out like it did before. And no focus, like so. So I will just cut off a piece on each side, which will make it easier for the wiring harness to sneak by. So I will mark out holes and cut lines on this, and just continue from there. So I've marked out a cut line or two and 5 holes, and that's because the first two were incorrect. I measured from this edge to this edge, and I had to add the radius. For some reason I forgot that. But yeah, that's corrected, and I will drill it first and then cut it, and once it's cut I can measure the next one. And then we have one, but also two brackets. And this is how I made it sort of look a little bit nicer. But now we have some rough edges, so I will simply use a file and take them down. So with these two brackets pretty much finished, I can test fit the coolers and see if they line up. So this is how it looks. So here you also see that I put the bracket in between just to have some safe space between them. So there would be an additional bracket down here which will sort of go here and then up to the let's say the holder for the hood latch. And I will choose shorter screws. I just need to buy them. But now we can actually hang it in the car and see how it looks. And this is what it looks like in place. There's still a little bit of room between the coolers and the condenser, and I haven't installed any bracket below. And also I think the lower hose that you see in picture now, that one is a straight fitting, but I think I need like a 60 or 45 degree angle, so I think I will replace that one. And also for the power steering, so the top one will be just a 90 going down, but the lower one will either be a 180 or a 150 degree fitting. So they will come over under the condenser, running down there, and then over here. These are the current power steering hoses. So they will run, I guess they will run down by the engine oil hoses. Yeah. But this will be great. Also the harness underneath, as well as this pneumatic hose. I need to do something. Currently those are pushing out, or maybe there is some sort of plastic clip in between. Yeah, that could be it. I need to check on that. Get some more wiggle room, but here on this side it's fine. I can push it up so that the harness is between the long aluminum bar and this plate. So I removed the power steering cooler because I don't need it in place in order to find out where this ends in relation to that hole down there. So there will be a bracket going out, and then that, and then yeah, I will show you later. And also it was, let's get some lights. This no, here this little clip was in the way, so now I get it all the way in. So that's good. And I think it's enough progress for this episode. I need to think a little bit about how the lower bracket will be designed. And I also see that my stainless steel braided hoses are grinding on the AC pipes, so I need to take care of that. Those are the oil hoses, so need a solution for that. Maybe change that fitting to the lower connection of the oil cooler, And then I need some hoses for the power steering system, some fittings, and finish building my power steering reservoir. Yay. Okay. I will see you in the next episode. So thank you very much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Stay safe. Take care. Bye-bye.